Essence was missing the mark by not embracing the voice of our generation.
Very particularly the women of hip-hop. Lil' Kim, Foxy Brown, Lauryn Hill, Missy Elliott, they were at the height of their power. But Essence was taking more minutes than it should to realize that music was going to change culture.
Never had a clean record, dirty on top of. You love the way I make you say, ah.
It always felt like Essence's other competition, quote unquote, was Ebony. But when Vibe arrived, it changed the game. Vibe, first of all, was founded by Quincy Jones. So Vibe would do a cover on a Mary J. Blige or a Queen Latifah.
For the young editors, there was definitely this urgency to speak to younger Black women. We definitely had the auntie and the 40-year-old on lock, but we were definitely met with a lot of resistance of, you guys don't know what you're talking about. It was very clear that we shouldn't change too much because that core reader was very much adhered to Susan.
I think for older people, and I think for folks of a certain ilk, hip-hop actually seemed beneath them.
I think it had a lot to do with people's personal opinions on how Black women should be seen was kind of dictating the magazine coverage.
Essence was missing out on a big part of what was happening in the Black community and Black culture.
We really started feeling the competition from other brands.
One of the reasons Vibe started having as much success as we had in the 90s is because the lane was open.
Part of how Honey even comes to being is because I recognized that the Essences, and certainly the Ebonies, had become homogenous, and they were not recognizing how hip-hop had become a culture that was worth understanding.
Honey was the young woman's Essence. You know, they were filling in the gaps. They were going to the places that Essence couldn't and would not go. Essence perhaps started out as a magazine for women 18 to 34, but by 1997, when Honey comes around, Essence is 27 years old, and they're still super serving their original readers.
I think that was the most difficult thing for me to accept. I was pitching Tyra Banks for cover and being told that Tyra was a model and that models no longer sell. At the time, she was everywhere.
That's it. I didn't come all the way here from Philly to hear this.
Tyra Banks was a mogul. Tyra Banks was a phenomenon. And so I remember going back and going, oh, they see Tyra as a model still. So you realize that it was in peril because you knew where the industry was going and you knew where they were. I remember going, oh, it's like you gotta leave Auntie's house. So I left Essence to go be part of the founding editors of Vibe magazine.
My department, we had our eyes on, well, what is Vibe doing? There is a whole new demographic of people who are coming into readership, and a lot of younger women were not reading Essence. So where do we stand in that? Are we gonna be the old ladies magazine?